Everything they told me, behind the scenes stuff that no one knows. It's right here in these notes. I'm just reading it to you guys. That's it.
And again,
Nothing behind it.
all past podcasts will be up forever. They will never be taken down. Who is this? Because I do see her posting with her all the time. Who is Lena? That's the person. Like, is it a friend of Teresa's? Like,
Lena.
yes.
Lena's husband is the one who sold Teresa the Mercedes Benz that was stolen. Lena is the hairdresser. Lena is the one that threw a tantrum because she was asked to step out of the VIP at Danielle's party like a
Oh,
housewife
that's
event.
her. Okay, now I
Lena,
get it.
yeah, Lena was one of the soldiers they used to talk shit. I mean, I think at one point, maybe even Kim D used her because Lena, a couple seasons back, said that Teresa was cheating on Joe Judice with some young guy. Remember, Jackie was like, if it walks like a duck and it talks, that Lena was referring to that guy. Um,
Now I
so Lena,
do.
yeah, Lena was on one side and then boom, she flipped over to the other side. And now she's, I guess, her bestie. And I hear she's trying to pitch her to Bravo because they're saying Jen Aydin is out and Teresa needs someone else to film it. So she's trying to put her on a pedestal so Bravo can pick her up. But
If Teresa has a job, and she may, nobody with any toxic ties are going to be chosen. To be very honest with you, the only person from the past that I can see, including Lena or any of these side characters, ever coming back to be Teresa's bestie, who is not toxic, although she actually has done some things in her time, is Jacqueline. And Jacqueline doesn't live here, and she's not
yeah,
leaving her child. But like
yeah,
Jacqueline at least could be rolled out to the audience as non-toxic, although I also know some pretty deep, dark secrets about Jacqueline that she
yeah,
isn't exactly one that behaves herself either, if you know what I'm saying. But she's not coming back. So, I mean, if they keep
no,
Teresa, it's not going to be to continue this. Like, it's going to be
no,
like, let me tell you something, guys. No matter who the cast is next season, we aren't going to have this. It's not going to be, they will not allow this. They will stop the whole damn thing. We're not going forward with another toxic season. It's just not going
no,
to happen. Anyone
no,
that
not at
says
all.
Jersey's different, not, yes, I agree with that. Not anymore. Not with NBC Universal involved and lawyers and Andy. Like, it's over. Like, this type of bullshit is over,
Yeah,
regardless of who's on the cast.
yeah. There's no room in the future for the toxicity anymore. It
None.
literally weighed the whole season down. It collapsed on its own. It's done.
I mean, they just took Kenya Moore out of Atlanta during production. Like, they're done. So
Yeah.
I think the argument in the past of like Jersey's different, and I actually agree with that. But this is bigger than any one person, lawyer, teams, friends. They just won't allow it. They will cast
Yeah.
nice little happy people that will have fights different than other franchises. But I mean, you look at like Danielle and Rachel, they are on brand for Jersey. Like, they haven't, yes, I
Yeah.
know what everyone thinks about Danielle, but it doesn't matter. I mean, she didn't throw a glass thing. I
No,
think
they're
she still
young.
did the job. I think Danielle and Rachel will be back. That's my opinion.
Well, they're young and they've got young kids and they like that, the young kids and everything. Yep.
You know? What else? I mean, I mean, I also hear, did you hear this? That at the end of the episode, they show like the true montage. Like, I don't know if you watch Vanderpump Rules, like that ended with like, they showed everybody 10 years ago to now when they were young. And it was really felt like a series finale, which we don't know. Vanderpump Rules will probably eventually be back. I heard that that's what happens on the finale for Jersey. Like, they'll show a little Melania, Joe Judice, Teresa moving into the house. Like, they show this montage with all of them as if it's like, we're not sure, guys, this will ever be back, even though
Yeah.
it's probably going to be back. Let's face it.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I didn't hear that. I haven't seen it. Here's another thing, guys, real quick. Um, this season we didn't get screeners. They didn't leak the screeners. So for everybody who's still doubting what I have to say is true or doubting my text messages or my notes, like you said, David, at the beginning of this episode, 90%, like you didn't say the percentage, but I will say 90% of what I've talked about has been shown. So, Will, I don't know what they showed, towards the end of the episode of the finale, but if they did do that, if you heard that tea, then yeah, it's like Bravo saying this has come to an end.
That's what I heard, whether it happens or not. I heard that they do it Vanderpump style. I don't know if that's true, that they reflect on it as a way to like, we might be back, but it will be. I mean, look, Vanderpump Rules, there's no talk of anything. I mean, it's been months. There's no talk of like interviewing people in negotiations with salaries. I mean, it's just like we're possibly bringing it back, but there's no even talk of it. That doesn't
Yeah,
sound like it's anytime soon. Like we've all moved on in life. I
yeah,
don't know. This might be what happens.
yeah.
Although, I mean, they had their lowest rated episode ever on episode 12.
Oh my God, so much for their vindication episode ratings.
That
Wow.
episode 12 that we talked about last week was the lowest ever. It was like 500 and something.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
flopped.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, people don't realize like Dolores, Margaret, even Jen, Teresa, and Melissa. That is five huge salaries. Huge. Say what you want
Yeah,
about Jennifer. She's been there how many years? She is in probably like 500 something. Like this show costs so much money. So
yeah,
much.
yeah.
They would
Yep.
rather have New York
Well,
City with 100,000 less viewers because it cost $1. I mean, that's the
yeah,
bottom line.
yeah, yep. And I'm curious if they're going to hit them with fines this season after everything they found out about them. I remember last season, Teresa talking about her brother and Melissa on her podcast. I remember she was bitching that they were going to fine her 30K for talking. Uh, so who knows? Who knows?
I believe it because, Kelly Dodd was on my podcast. She revealed she got fined for that Drunk Wives Matter hat. That went all over. But I mean, Teresa doesn't. I know for a fact, like she is really nervous when she does her podcast every week. I know this from a
Yeah.
reliable source that she doesn't talk about that. So whether she's going to get hit or not, that scares her. Like she's got the
Well,
message loud and clear on that. Like she doesn't talk about the show.
and you know what's crazy? The tea that's coming out of her camp that Louie did like a damage control episode, for them to even record that. Because what if she gets fined for that? Like, we'll see.
I wonder if she starts talking about anything about I asked producers to take it out and stuff. She might, if he's
Yeah.
just doing a damage
Oh,
control episode, you
she
know.
was all when she was with Namaste Bitches, she was always telling Pat, that producer, to take everything out. Everything. Anything in regards to Louis and his finances. I remember she was always like, take that out. We're taking that out. We're taking that out. We don't want to talk about it. Oh, take it out. Take it out. So I remember one of the episodes where she talks about he has a financial advisor and she doesn't ask him about his money because she thinks it's weird, even though they're married.